Jamaica, we need to talk. I know we are still emerging from the most devastating hurricane that has ever hit Jamaica. But even while we are rebuilding and are recovering, let us keep in mind that we shouldn't be going back to normal. There should be no normalcy that we're talking about. Because what was normal before the hurricane was not good. The tear down, the beat down, the accusations, the mudslinging, the slime that we were involved in. We cannot go back there. That is what is normal. So as we build and as we look forward, let us keep our eyes on the progress. I know for some, you're still suffering and it's gonna get better. So let's not take our eyes off the prize. Let's keep moving and let's keep positive. Let's keep thinking about how you, even in the state that you may be in, that unfulfilled state, how your thoughts or your ideas can still point to progress for you, and if not for you, for your children's children. Not long ago, Prime Minister Andrew Holness called on Jamaicans abroad, those with knowledge, skills and resources and business acumen, education and something meaningful to offer, to come home and help build Jamaica. And maybe this is the conversation we have been avoiding. But after all, Jamaica gave us our first breath, our first language, our first memories, our first fight to survive. She taught us how to laugh when life was hard, how to stand when the odds were against us, and how to carry pride even when pockets were empty. You see, the world knows Jamaica's beauty. The beaches, the music, the sunshine, the food, the athletes, the culture that travels farther than the size of the island should allow, generally speaking. But only her children know her pain. Only we know the mother praying at midnight over bills she cannot pay. The father carrying pressure in silence. The young mind full of promise, wondering if success can only be found somewhere else. We are a small island after all, but we have giant talent. Maybe it's a good problem that we have so much talent. Jamaicans have produced greatness all over the earth. You name it. In medicine, in law, in business, in sports, in music, in classrooms, in governments, in boardrooms, you name it, Jamaicans are there. Not just occupying space, but leading, creating, developing. But the question is this: can we build at home the way we do abroad? For many years, many people left because they needed a chance to study, a chance to work, a chance to breathe, a chance to become more. And some left just because they could. It wasn't because of economic reasons or stagnation or, even fear of crime. It wasn't even for that. They just left because they could. And they left because the world saw that Jamaicans had something to offer. They saw value in what Jamaica produced. But now, something is changing. Jamaica is moving. The economy is stronger than many people realize. Unemployment has fallen to record lows. The stats have shown that. In a later video, I'll tell you some stats. Tourism continues to bring billions into the country. Debt is being brought under control. Roads, bridges, highways, housing development, hotels, ports, and business districts are changing the face of the island. And the fact is that whether some want to admit it or not, the current leadership, not talking politics, just truth, the current leadership has helped create a sense that Jamaica is no longer standing still. As a matter of fact, they have helped tremendously. The world is watching. Investors are watching. The diaspora is watching. And property values in key areas are reminding us of something serious. The Jamaica some people left behind may not be the Jamaica they can easily afford to return to. But let's be honest. Buildings alone cannot save a nation. Highways alone cannot heal a people. Hotels alone cannot raise a child. And money alone cannot fix the soul of a country. Oh, it will go a far way. Money can really help. But we need something deeper. We need truth, and we need a big one. Discipline. Oh, we lack so much discipline. We need responsibility. We need respect. We need national pride. A culture that stops celebrating things that keep us small. We must ask hard questions. Why do we tear down our own? Why do we protect bad habits and call them culture? Why do we complain about corruption but feed the very systems that we condemn? How is it that we demand better leadership but refuse to become better citizens, better parents? You see, Jamaica's future will not be decided only in Parliament. It will be decided in homes, right? In schools, in churches, in businesses, and of course in our communities. Not only that, but in the minds of young people who still need to believe that greatness can happen right where they were born. And so, friends, this channel is not for noise. It is for truth with love. Correction, if you may, with hope. Criticisms, but with solutions. Patriotism with maturity. We will celebrate what is working. We will question what is broken. And we will definitely honor progress. And we will challenge anything that holds Jamaica back. Because loving Jamaica does not mean pretending everything is perfect. I don't think the Prime Minister and his cabinet would ever say that Jamaica is perfect. What is perfect in this sinful world? But it means caring enough to tell the truth, so that every Jamaican overseas or even at home can take another look. Because the land that is left behind is changing. The doors are opening. The opportunities are rising. And if we don't return with wisdom, investment, ideas, and love, I tell you the truth, others will come and are coming, and they are building and they are buying and benefiting from what we still call the rock. Home. Jamaica is rising, friends. She's rebuilding. She's becoming. But the work is not only for the Prime Minister and his cabinet. It is not only for politicians, as a matter of fact. It is not only just for government. It is for all of us. Those at home, those abroad. Those who left, those who stayed. And of course, definitely for those who still believe collectively that Jamaica's future is still ahead. So let us build wisely, think deeply. Let us stop talking at each other and start talking to one another. Because Jamaica's best days, as I said, is still ahead of us, as long as the world lasts. By the way, you have heard it said that Jamaica has 2.8 population, give or take a few. But do you know that there are more Jamaicans living outside of Jamaica globally than that is inside Jamaica? The fact is that globally there are over 3 million Jamaicans outside of Jamaica. In the United States alone, there's over 1.2 million plus people of Jamaican descent. Now, put another way, Jamaica is one of the few countries where we find that there are more people living outside of it, living abroad, than people living in Jamaica. I think the time has come for that to be changed. You know, as a young boy growing up, I used to hear an advertisement on the radio that two is better than too many, because the population was booming and the resources weren't there to maintain that increase in population. Well, now the reverse is true. Jamaica need bodies, able bodies, skilled bodies that will help to support the growth. The growth is unprecedented and we need bodies. And I'm going to give some stats later on in another video that if we don't take seriously the call for Jamaicans to return home, or for young people to be having children, actually, the growth is going to be stagnated. And that's not going to happen. So, because the growth can't stop, progress can't stop anywhere. What is going to happen? You're going to find reverse migration. But that's for another time. Until next time, my friends, let's keep loving Jamaica. Let's keep building Jamaica. Let's keep loving our people. Let's keep talking. Dear Jamaica, we do indeed need to talk. Until next time, let's continue talking good things about Jamaica, land we love.